you want, or you can actually just keep it like that for a little bit if you want. It all really depends on you. And I'm just going to change this up a little. And we got a 5-side we're going to take care of soon. But right now, what I want everybody to do is this is going to be a new operation that we haven't done before. We're going to right click and we're going to select edge, and we're going to extrude the edge so that it becomes concave or push back. And we're only going to do it for now where part of the grill is. So we're going to select all the edges by holding shift so it looks like that. And we're going to go edit polygons and we're going to go extrude edge, and you'll get this little icon pop up. I'm going to hit the little small blue circle, and that just kind of centers my pivot a little. And I'm just going to push in once. I'm going to hit G to repeat last command. Hit the little blue thing again. Go a little bit deeper in, say to about there, and hit G one more time. And have a nice little small one again, because you want that edge to stay nice and clear. Okay. So now that we've done that, because the little cutout area that we had, or we have, is a little bit different angle, you have to treat it just a little bit differently. So we're going to grab the edges now. And we get a little extra little guy there. Got to get rid of first. And we're going to go extrude edge again. So again, edit polygons. I'll do it one more time this way. And instead of hitting that little blue circle this time, I'm just going to pull back, because it usually follows the lines a little bit closer. And you have to do a little bit of adjusting when you don't center. That's okay. And if centering sometimes doesn't quite work, see how it kind of pulls, and then you can center, usually after the first pull. And you can pull it out. It all really depends on if the model's being finicky or not. Like that. Now all we need to do is just smooth everything out, or just kind of line everybody back up so that they're nice and straight. And it's only majorly this one here. So I'll just pop that out and go a little high. There we go. And just turn your X-ray on. And merge up as you go down. Top there. And again, just keep moving up as you go. It gets a little finicky sometimes depending on the angle of the areas you want to make a little thicker. And the top area is not as bad as the bottom was. It's pretty close to lined up. And just merge them up. Take off X-ray and we'll test it out in Maya with a smooth on in a second. So I'm just going to bring this down. And then I'm going to cut another set of edges down here so that they'll be nice and straight when we go to smooth. And we'll try that out right now. We're going to change the subdivision. And you see how we have the front part of our grill started. And I can just merge these two together so that they don't get a three-sided face. This guy can change total direction going up here. And we'll just bring that down here. And we can change the direction of this little guy here too. So again, it's just time and a lot of tweaking to start adding more and more detail to our car here. And we'll test it out one more time. And you can see it's starting to get cleaner and cleaner. And it'll change even more once we get all the areas in that we need. And we'll continue up in this area right now for the last part of this section. So again, we're going to flip back into our front view. We're going to grab our image plane so we can see what we're up to. I'm going to flatten out these guys real quick on the very bottom. And we're going to do something new that we haven't done before. What we're going to do is we're actually going to build where the air goes through, or the grill, using Nurbs Curves. And we're actually going to use the actual body to help us guide us in doing that. So we're going to do something called make selected live, and basically what that allows us to do is it turns green. It allows us to take our EP curve tool that we've been using, and so we'll just create EP curve tool. Lets us draw right on the geometry, the shape that we're after. So we're going to go into our front view, and we're just going to kind of plot out really quickly the general shape of that fender, or not fender but grill. And you can get pretty precise doing it this way. And once you come to the last part there, you can hold V and it should snap and close your curve off. So we're left with something like that. We're going to go back into perspective, and we're going to duplicate that curve one time. And we're going to pull out just a little, so we're left with something like that. And we're going to center pivot on it. So we're going to go modify, center pivot, and we're going to scale it down just a little. And we'll just play with the shape. So it looks something very similar to that. And we're going to move it back so that it's pretty flush with the first line. So we have something like that. Now what we can do is we can click off our live. So we're going to click off the little magnet. We're going to grab the two curves that we just made, and we're going to go surfaces loft, and we've done that before. And we're just going to bring that out. We're going to grab curves that we don't need anymore. And we're going to insert some isoparms. Mainly one just in the middle there, and two on the outer side. That actually might be a little bit too much, so we'll just insert those and see how we're looking. And we're going to right click and select halls now. We're going to grab the outermost halls on the outside edge and the inside edge. And we're going to push back. And we're going to kind of move it, just scale in just as we move back a little bit, just to get a little bit more rounded look. Go to the second most inside edge. And push back just a little bit. Like I say, we're just trying to go for a rounded look. And we'll grab by center pivot again. So we're going to modify center pivot. And we'll push that back to where it's going to be sitting. And now comes some more editing of the original body mesh. And we've all done this a lot now. So it's going to get really scary looking for a few. So you're just going to hit F8 and you're going to grab your split polygon tool. And we're just going to start drawing so that we can cut out that area so it fits inside of it instead of being on top.